Filmmaking is all about problem solving in order to create a story. One of the most determined problem solvers in New York City is Terrell Pierre. The hallmark of any professional cinematographer is to get stable and controlled footage. But the biggest obstacle Terrell faces on a daily basis is coping with cerebral palsy. But he never lets that hold him back. In fact, he's shooting right now.
My name's Terrell Pierre. I am an aspiring cinematographer. Being behind the camera is probably the most rewarding thing and the most scary thing and the thing that I care about the most. It's hard for me to make movements with my body, and I can't control what you guys see all the time. When I'm with the camera, I, can dictate what I need done. Press this here, press that there. But the truth is, I made this to be fully independent, and I still don't have that, so I'm still not satisfied. I want to be able to control every aspect of the camera to the best of my ability. I love this thing. Don't get me wrong though, it has a lot of problems. When we go outside, it can't really handle the New York streets. I have to hold it and then drive, and it's cool, but it's also very stressful. For a few minutes or half an hour to an hour, it's not bad, but after that, it's incredibly painful. But I still do it because I love what I do.
So right now what we're doing is we've rented a Movi M15 and a FS7 in order to see what we could do with a stabilizer and attaching it to Terrell's wheelchair. Using the rig he already has, we're gonna see if there's a way we can attach this Movi without too much difficulty. I'm hoping we can get a little bit more stabilized footage with this, like something that's a little easier for you to work with. We don't have a controller for you yet, so you can't control up, down, left, right, exactly where the camera's pointing. Now if we won the Shotover G1 with the controller,
I can control everything.
Yeah, it has all the controls for the red, all the aperture, your focus, that focus is incredibly helpful.
Absolutely.
That'll make your life so much easier. You'll be able to operate it comfortably from an all-in-one unit. That's
everything I've always wanted. So.
Yeah. Well, let's put this on. So now with the Movi, we get a better idea of the logistics of getting everything on his wheelchair. More sturdy than I thought it would be. I thought we'd be all over the place.
Not shaking much at all.
It's working almost too well. This is
the amount that we put together the first time took about a year or so to get everything right.
I think the most difficult part was figuring out the support system for all that weight, and you had to spend a year doing that in order to get everything else to work on top of it. We're just adding parts on top of it that just happen to fit. I think today's prototype really shows that this is achievable, that we can do this. 3 years ago I wouldn't have thought this was possible.
Shoot, last year I wouldn't have thought this was possible if I didn't make one.
The next step is full, complete control over your shot. You're able to make it however you want. With the images you see in your mind, you're finally able to create in the real world.
I think that will probably be the coolest shit ever. Looking at this now, I'm stunned.
Look at the surface we're driving across. This is not particularly easy terrain for a wheeled vehicle to travel across, but the stabilizer is just handling it no problem. Today, what we're giving you is a tool, the tool to create.
Yeah,
and it's going to be fantastic to see what comes out of it.
And that's all it's about, just creating. I got to the studio and the guy surprised me with the Movi. We put it on my camera mount, and I realized that I can get a lot more stuff done with this thing. We pretty much took it everywhere we could today, and I was able to capture some great shots.
This is a prototype for what could be.
Look what we were able to do with just a movie and clamps. It's improved that, disabled people can accomplish their goals. It might be a little different than the normal able-bodied person, but, we can get it done. None of this would be possible without people believing in me, so I just ask for y'all to believe in me too.